So, hello, Laurel.
Hello.
Thank
Hi.
you for coming to release the sea turtles.
Oh my goodness,
Wow.
that's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, I'm still emotional.
Yeah, same.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah. So the question is, what is a good life?
Good life?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a complicated question, but like simple answers. I think for me, it's a big thing that's important is to be able to look at yourself in the mirror at night, in the eyes, and feel good about what you did that day and who you are and how you're showing up. For me, that's really important. I don't feel good unless I have I think it's like acting in integrity with what I know to be true.
Mm-hmm.
I think days that you have clean water and shelter and food in the fridge is the good life. I think if you have connection with people that love you and community, that's the good life. The ability to move your body and have health. So like freedom from oppression, freedom from coercion, the ability to say what you think and feel, connection with nature. I think doing something that feels that you're like passionate about, and I think laughing and dancing as much as possible. Really,
Swimming,
really important. Swimming,
surfing. Yeah.
like playing.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
playing is critical. I think talking to each other and trying to like understand each other and bridge gaps between cultures and like learning about that stuff, I think is the good life. Eating really good food that isn't processed or have weird chemicals in it.
Yeah.
And the freedom to choose kind of what you do every day. And I think a lot of that is the good life, and it's also like, to me, that's luxury. That's luxury right there. I think we have this idea that it's like Lamborghinis and Chanel bags and I don't know, penthouse apartments, but I think that all that doesn't mean anything unless you have the other things I just mentioned.
Yeah, if you know one to share with, so what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like that human connection and like community and people that love you and people that care about you and like loving people and caring about them and I think like impacting people in a positive way, like whether it's like your neighbors or just strangers or just knowing that we're all human and we're all like facing the same kind of things every day. Everybody's hungry every day. Everybody's thirsty. Everybody wants to live this good life. And yeah, I think the more that you can like connect and look people in the eye, the less divide. Like it shows you that this false division idea is false. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for asking me.
Oh.
I think like basic human rights, like I think these are our like God-given rights, and the fact that so few people have the ability to access that it like breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, and it also breaks my heart that people who maybe have the ability to access it like choose to prioritize other things that ultimately aren't important. Like it doesn't matter how many cars you have in the garage if you like terminal illness, or it doesn't matter if you have like a bunch of nice shoes if you have no free time, or
Yeah. Or you exploited other people to gain what you have.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, or if you're going against your conscience every day or going against your morals every day to get the money for those things, like that's really tough too.
Yeah, you live in a huge penthouse, but you cannot fall asleep at night.
But you can't fall asleep at night.
No.
It's so poetic. That's exactly it. And I think our system like forces a lot of people to make that choice, right? Because like sometimes you have to choose between feeding yourself and like doing what you know is right, and that's a shitty place to be. And I think a lot of people are stuck in that in that choice, and it's not really a choice,
Exactly.
It's like at the expense of your spirit. Yeah. You're so lucky, man.
Yeah, me too.
So lucky. We're so lucky. I don't think I can ever really show how grateful I am for how lucky I feel like I am. And that's why I try so hard to like give it back as much as I possibly can,
Thank you. Thank you, Laura.
Best,
Yes.
You too, buddy. Oh my god, look at this sun.
second question.
Oh my god. That's hard.
What's your superpower?
My superpower?
Yeah.
Ooh. I think it's delusional optimism. Yeah, I think it's delusional optimism because I think,
Do it.
yeah, like where a lot of people are like, oh, but like how, or that's not possible, or
Right.
I'm just
Dreaming
like,
too big.
I'm like, oh, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll just take the first couple steps and we'll figure it out.
Right.
And like, I read all these books on success and everything, and basically the answer is just don't give up, and it'll work. So I think that's my superpower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the sea turtle.
Just like I know, I was thinking, my little guy, like, it's just all these obstacles, you know, like
Yeah.
sand and shells, and the wave knocked him over a bunch of times.
Yeah, and then the
Seagulls
seagulls.
tried to eat him.
Yeah.
Just kept going, you know, and it's
Right.
like that like life. It's like life persists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. It's like that desire to create or
Yeah.
be or live. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So incredible here, right?
So how do you want to use your superpower?
Ooh. I want to try to leave this world better than I found it. And so I would like to rebuild. I would like to rebuild a world that I think we've forgotten about.
Mm-hmm.
One that is like matriarchy driven, where we center life and humanity and nature as sacred, and that we have our connection to each other and our responsibility to ourselves and nature is sacred, and where our system is built on a whole different set of values where like human rights are a given and everyone's taken care of, and knowing, and I'm trying to spread the message that like that's possible because it's how we lived for millennia. Like indigenous people know this,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And so for millennia we lived in communal societies and societies that were in connection with the land, not in domination.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only been in the last couple hundred years that the colonial capitalist patriarchy,
Right,
we
yeah.
see it now, is
And people used to care for each other.
yes.
Yeah.
And I think, like, if you zoom out, then you can see that this is only a little blip in humanity, how we're living right now. And
Exactly.
so I want, as we see how harmful it is and how damaging it is and how it hurts everybody, to like build something new, basically. And so
But we already did it before.
we did it before. So it's like, it's interesting.
Bringing
'cause
it back.
It's like bringing it back, but I don't think it can come back exactly the same because now it's the new version.
Right.
And we have to integrate like new teachings and all this stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, because I believe in a world where we don't need to be harming nature. I believe in a world where we don't need to be bombing people. I believe in a
Exactly.
world where people shouldn't be hungry. I believe in a world where like everybody deserves basic respect and safety, especially women and children, where people of all colors, creeds, religions, beliefs, sexualities, forms of expression are safe. And I don't see why, like, we're so intelligent, we have so many resources, why we haven't already done this, you know? So I'm going to try my best to bring about a world that's more fair and more just and more human and humane and decenters this greed and this capitalism and this like domination and violent framework that's been running the show for way too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I hope to
Thank
do.
you. Thank you, Laurel. So what do you do now? Do you want our new friends to connect with you?
Oh my goodness, I would love them to. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. It's LAS Laughing, and you can find me there. You can check out my website at laurelandstark.com. You can go check out my company, .com. I'm also on LinkedIn, I'm sad to say. I'm on TikTok as well, so you can just search me on any of those. But if you go to my website, everything else is linked. Yeah.
And what do you do with?
What do I do?
Yes.
Well, I dance as much as I can, I laugh as much as I can, and I do everything I can to dismantle oppressive systems and rebuild new ones. So I have an organization that I founded about 7 years ago called Remarkable Communications, and we serve visionary Indigenous leaders and their communities to help to preserve culture and language, to amplify the accomplishments of such incredible people, and to basically generate like community engagement and buy-in with different initiatives. But I was thinking about this the other day, and there's other initiatives that we have that make me think that it's not just a communications company. We're actually like a human rights like advocacy group, because we also help companies that are owned by settlers or people who are not Indigenous. We help them to launch Indigenous related initiatives in a good way, based on like the what we've learned about culture and protocol, and like how to do things in a way that will be considered respectful. To be clear, I'm not Indigenous, but my mom's Irish, and the Irish people and the First Nations in Canada have experienced like the exact same treatment at the hands of the church and the state and the crown in terms of loss of language, life, culture, etc. And we have an all Indigenous board of advisors that we work with all the time, like very, very regularly, and we just kind of like check in with them and make sure that we're doing things properly and doing things in a good way. And then another initiative that we have right now is something called the Remarkable Gifts Foundation. It's weekly micro grants to Indigenous youth athletes and artists. So in Canada anyway, on the reserves, which is where the government forced Indigenous people to live, very small areas, the opioid crisis is a state of emergency. So the two #1 causes of death for Indigenous kids in Canada are suicide and drug-related issues. It's like an epidemic. So I believe that if kids have something to do that's healthy, then they're less likely to be exposed to or get involved necessarily in drugs.
Right.
So we give $150 a week to any kid who's an artist or an athlete. All they need to do is text in their photo, what they'd use the money for, and what nation they're affiliated with, and then we just do a weekly draw.
Wow.
But we're starting to get like 10 or 12 more submissions than we can fund every week. So we're starting other initiatives to basically help anybody who wants to get involved in reconciliation, that they can directly contribute to the campaign, and then all the proceeds go to the kids. So that's something that we're looking at building out right now and expanding into the States and everything like that. So that's what we do.
You are awesome, Laurel.
About like a possible different way of doing things, because before, I think if you were privileged, or like didn't want to get involved in politics or whatever, it's easy to ignore. But now it's obvious, like global leaders are evil. We can't count on them to keep us safe, and that's our job, that's our responsibility. And do we agree with how the world's being run? No. And so now what? And I'm like, I have 100 ideas, you know? Yeah. So I'm really excited. It's a dark time, but also I think when times are dark, that's usually when things are growing underground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when the stars come out, when the sky is dark, yeah.
That's how seeds germinate in the dark, you know? So many good things happen in the dark, so.
Yeah, thank you for bringing the light. I see the emblem right here, the sun.
Yeah, it's the sun.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for asking important questions and like sharing like alternative perspectives with your audience, and just like connecting people and bridging those gaps, and like and making sure people know that it's like all of our ideas of division are not real.
Exactly.
It's how we're socialized. Because divide and conquer, it's the #1 colonial rule, right?
Right,
yeah. And it's worked for so long, but not anymore.
Yeah. Thank you for the reminder.